In one of the biggest days in sports, Chris Paul on a strained hamstring helped overcome the Spurs in the first round by hitting a floater over Tim Duncan. Most people remember this as one of the best first round series in NBA history, and that's why we're breaking down what happened in the end. So let's get to it. Down the stretch, the Clippers wanted to attack two players, Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. On the first play, Chris Paul tries getting the switch with Diaw, but Green does a good job fighting over, so it flows into a Crawford pick and roll and he gets the layup. Next possession down, Barnes and Crawford are confused about who's supposed to set the screen. Paul asks for Jamal, but Green does a pretty good job fighting over it, so the Clippers have to settle for a Griffin jumper. And in the timeout, I couldn't pick up on exactly what they were saying, but I think they're discussing who was going to set the screen for Chris Paul so he can get the matchup he wants. You can see Barnes, Redick, and Crawford all wanting to do it, but out of the huddle, you could see Blake calling for Jamal, probably to tell him to set the screen more aggressively than last time. And out of the timeout, Crawford initially has trouble getting Green out of the play, but eventually does it. Chris Paul plays the pick and roll and gets fouled by Duncan. And after two Duncan free throws, the Clippers huddle and you can see a clear shot of Doc Rivers' clipboard here. So what does he really want? It appears that he wants Chris Paul to go right. And as that's happening, he wants JJ Redick sprinting for a three as a decoy to get Kawhi out of the picture. And I think you know what happens next.
Green on Paul. And he got it! 1 second left! Clippers by 2!
Now you might ask why the Clippers didn't try to get a switch there, and the reason is there were only 8 seconds left, which is not much time, and Crawford was already having trouble getting Green off of Paul, so trying to get that switch would only waste more precious seconds off the clock. Plus, when you have one of the best point guards of all time, as long as he can get to his spot, it doesn't really matter who's on him. If you recall, Chris Paul had a very similar game winner against the Grizzlies where he goes right against Tony Allen and banks it off the glass for the win. Players are so good today that if you let them get to their spot, it's over. So I hope you guys got a better understanding of what happened down the stretch of a legendary game. If you guys want more NBA content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.